Bomb threats, school closures, a community in disarray. That's the state of the Ohio city of Springfield finding itself in following a news cycle concerning unproven allegations of Haitian migrants eating people's pets. Now, the state's Republican governor, Mike DeWine, has ordered school resource officers to fan out into local schools to ostensibly protect the city's children. DeWine says the authorities have been forced to investigate 33 bomb threats that led to some evacuations and closures. He also said that these are foreign in origin. They're hoaxes, not actual bombs in question. Here he is in a press conference on Monday. Let's watch that.
We've moved resources into Springfield. People have the right to feel safe as well as being safe. We've taken action in regard to cameras. We have taken action into putting a large number of members of the Highway Patrol here.
Donald Trump's running mate, JD Vance, excoriated the media for, according to him, ignoring the complaints of residents of Springfield, where the accusations have been made by conservatives on social media that migrants were eating pets. CNN's Dana Bash said, but there's no evidence of that. Here's her interview with Vance. Let's watch.
My constituents have brought approximately a dozen separate concerns to me. 10 of them are verifiable and confirmable, and a couple of them I talk about because my constituents are telling me firsthand that they're seeing these things. So I have two options, Dana. I can ignore them, which is what the American media has done for years to this community, or I can actually talk about what people are telling me. And of course, many of the things that the media says are completely baseless have since been confirmed. For example, I was told, Dana, that by the American media that it was baseless that migrants were capturing the geese from the local park pond and eating them. And yet there are 911 calls from well before this ever became a viral sensation of people complaining about that exact thing happening.
The mayor of Springfield, Rod Rue, appeared on that same show, CNN's State of the Union, after Vance. He vehemently pushed back on the senator, calling the allegations Vance has promoted disruptive. Let's watch.
But what has happened in the last 3 days has caused a more significant strain on our community.
So, for the millionth time, the allegations that Haitians were eating people's pets no one has actually made that accusation. The one instance of a cat being killed was in a different town and did not involve a Haitian migrant. What is somewhat better founded, or at least people have raised complaints about in that Springfield town, is birds, ducks, and geese having been killed in public parks, which I would argue should still be, you have to follow the rules in a community and you have to be a responsible part of the community. So if that is the concern, the police, the authorities, the local authorities should do something about it. That is not to say, obviously, that making threats of violence is justified or that we want anyone to come to harm because of racist stereotyping or anything else. Now, I do find it interesting that the governor has claimed, and DeWine has been while he is a conservative and a Trump supporter, he was very clear that he doesn't think there was anything to the pet eating allegations. He called that garbage. Now, he has said that the bomb threats were coming from overseas, and he didn't say specifically what he meant by that, but sort of implied Russia, in fact. So was that going to satisfy? Democrats love to blame Russia for everything. Is that they're going to be like, okay, now we're all on the same page?
Well, I mean, I don't think so. To answer that question for a start, I don't think that will end the discussion. Look, I think the point here is the central allegation, again, to repeat it, is wrong. The idea that primarily Haitian migrants are eating people's pets, there isn't anything to support that contention. Now, there may be issues about geese or ducks or whatever. Those rumors, I mean, listen, we're in unanimity that people should not attack geese or ducks or whatever it may be. Issues of people attacking wildfowl would never have reached the kind of national magnitude that they have done. The reason they have reached that national magnitude is because JD Vance and then later former President Trump, in a debate with Kamala Harris, said they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. That became a whole thing, understandably. Now, on the bomb threats issue, I mean, I don't know what DeWine is basing that on, but he must be basing it on something, I assume, and perhaps those do come from overseas. I think that the problem is, or the point is, the general capacity of racial stereotyping to inflame passions or hatreds or enmities is pretty clear. And that rumour did that. I can't speak to who made the bomb threat, but that there have been schools closed, the city hall was evacuated or closed on one occasion. None of that is good, especially when it is founded upon a smear.
Well, sure, but conservatives are going to say, you know, you're accusing us of that our rhetoric is responsible for this when these are coming in from, you know, foreign people who want to, again, this is a common Democratic talking point, want to sow discord in our society, be it China, Russia, whoever,
but
want
Robby,
us to be fighting.
it sows discord to make false allegations about people eating cats.
Yeah, they should.
Right?
They should not do that. Donald Trump was incorrect when he said that.
Okay.
And there are no one has actually claimed that a pet has been eaten.
Right.
What has been claimed, yes, is the birds in the
Right.
park, which is different.
Right. So, I mean, I just think, yes, it is admittedly the case that when these bizarre controversies emerge, people outside the country or inside the country who want to benefit from discord can use it to increase that discord. That doesn't change the basic problem here, which was the false allegation.
Maybe we can set these entities that are obsessed with finding out which animals RFK Jr. has taken apart or transported across state lines. I mean, the whales.
Right.
Maybe we'll put those people on monitoring what has become, if anything, of any animals in this town, and we can match everyone's interests with each other, and I think that's the way to handle it.
Send the RFK Jr. internet sleuths to Springfield, and we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm sure this is not the last time we have discussed the pet eating controversy in Springfield, Ohio, but that does it for us today on Rising. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, as I said earlier in the show, we're carefully scrutinizing your comments right now because we want to know how you think the new show, the new studio looks. We know we got to do some work on the lighting. We're hoping to have some guests later this week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can find podcasts. See you later.